Well, welcome everyone. It's so nice to see you. Welcome to the first Companions event of 2021. I'm Julie Blake and I'm a volunteer with Just Hope and a member of the Companions group. Before we start, I want to acknowledge the work of Donna Green, who is a volunteer and chairperson of Companions. She and Julio have worked so well together. Julio Delgado, our beloved staff, one of our beloved staff members in Nicaragua, they've both worked so hard to get this coordinated and planned. And so I just wanted to acknowledge both of them before we go on into it. Briefly, I'd like to talk about the purpose of companion events. It's our chance to connect virtually with our partners in Nicaragua and across the US and the world. And I'm very distracted because of the beautiful Frances down there. Hi, Frances. We love to see you. And many of us, with the cancellation of all travel to Nicaragua, are really missing our friends in Nicaragua and the chance to go down and visit them. And so we're hoping by connecting virtually, it'll just renew our friendships, remind us of our commitment to each other. And so that's the basic purpose of a Companions event. Throughout the event, we're going to check in with our NICA partners. We'll have sometimes a little bit of Nicaraguan culture to learn, which tonight is an example of that. We're so excited to learn a little bit more about El Viejo. And of course, we may throw in a little Spanish lesson here and there. I know some of you are really good at that. I need to become better. And then we also want to maintain and grow our friendships and connections with each other. Additionally, we're going to receive throughout the companion events updates from our friends in Nicaragua, sometimes from our board members, and at times we'll be made aware of a specific need or a request for our friends in Nicaragua. And lastly, at this time, at this event, you'll hear a little bit more about becoming a companion if you'd like to and what that's all about. And once again, for anyone who's just joined us, if you could please find the chat button, at the bottom of your screen and enter your name and from where you're tuning in. That would be great for us to know who all is here this evening. And so now Donna Green is going to talk with Julio. They're going to tag team, I believe, this next section about our program.
Yes, I wanted to just say a few things to kind of give you time to prepare to be able to participate. This is a participation event if you'd like it to be. It's optional, of course. So Julio is going to share information with us about the tradition, but I just want to prepare you. So if you'd like to participate, you can leave your computer on and the sound up so you can continue to listen. But if you want to grab a piece of paper and something to write with, we're going to write down some things on that paper and then we're going to get rid of it. So you can just tear the paper up. Or you can bring something that you want to burn it in. That would be more in line with the Nicaraguan tradition. Or you could just have a candle that you light and you can just reflect on the things and the candle smoke can take those things away. So feel free to grab, just get up and grab the things that you need. And Julio is going to share a little bit more about the tradition. And then we're going to watch the video that he's graciously made of his own El Viejo celebration this new year, with the new year. And we're going to burn or tear up our paper while we're watching the video. So that's about the best way we could have thought to try to have all of us participate as best we can with our Nicaraguan friends. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. And so Julio, I just turn it over to you to educate us about this tradition a little bit.
Thank you, Donna. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this JustHope Companion events about El Viejo, the old man. So, you know, El Viejo is a wonderful custom of getting rid of those things from the current year that we don't want to welcome into the new year. And in most Latin American countries, the custom is attributed, you know, to the Hispanic origin. And in Spain, you know, they have a similar custom that are derived from ancient European pagan rituals. And we also find out that in Ecuador, the custom comes from the time of the conquest. The Spaniards faced an epidemic of a yellow fever, you know, this yellow fever that struck Guayaquil. And as a sanitary measure, they made bundles of clothes for the disease with a little straw. And in order to dry away the plague, this ritual established by the Spaniards for the Ecuadorian took many variations. And many continue to born, you know, many of these cities in Guayaquil, they continue to born the puppets that symbolize all the bad things, you know, that we want to leave behind, and a new, better future is expected. El Viejo is also celebrated in Mexico, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Ecuador, Guatemala, El Salvador, and of course, Nicaragua. And in Nicaragua, it was actually brought by the Spanish to the colonial city of Leon. And later, you know, we adopted all over the country. And as I was sharing, you know, some of my memories of the celebration, you know, in the neighborhoods of Leon, an old man puppet, it's made by stuffing things like old clothes or rags into an old shirt and pants. And then, you know, El Viejo is also stuffed with firecrackers. And then on the first night, on December the 1st, people set their Viejo, you know, in front of their porch house. And sometimes, you know, with a cigarette in his mouth or a bottle of rum, Flor de Caña, in his hand. And, you know, this serves as an invitation to neighbors, you know, living in the, you know, in the surrounding areas to come to their home, you know, and that way they can, you can see, you know, the, when they're fire El Viejo. You know, and then on the New Year's, exactly at midnight, it's when everyone lights, you know, their Viejo on fire, and the night sky, you know, just becomes a blaze of fireworks as neighbors celebrate letting go all the negative things from the past year and wishing, you know, only the best things for the new year. So that is exactly what I did myself. And when I was going to, you know, film this video for you, I just grabbed one of my, my youngest daughter enjoyed it. And it wasn't really difficult to find one. It was just around the corner in my neighborhood that I saw one, you know, from exactly the first day of December until they burn it. So we let go everything that is really considered, you know, the bad things. So we just want to really hold, the new things, the positive things that we want for everyone in our life and our family members. Gracias.
Julio.
Yes.
¿Cómo se dice firecracker en español?
Se dice, bueno, podemos decir juegos pirotécnicos. Juegos pirotécnicos.
Okay, juegos pirotécnicos.
Sí.
Does anyone else have any more questions about the tradition?
I've got one. Do people really use, what did you say they use that they put inside the clothes? It wasn't not a...
Yeah, they use some kind of, you know,
Firecrackers.
firecrackers is what they
Okay.
put inside the,
Inside
beside the
them.
cloth, they put inside, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
You will see it shortly in a video. You will really have a better idea about how it goes.
So, Julio, do you want to, would you like to do the Spanish lesson right now? And we can practice saying, maybe if a few of us want to be brave enough to try practicing saying, we want to let go of these bad things and hope for these good things. You think we should do that first, and then we'll show the video and burn our papers together? You're muted, Julio.
Yes, I think we can go ahead and do that. I would love to do it, you know. So, le digo adiós a todo lo malo. I'm saying goodbye to all bad things. Le digo adiós a todo lo malo. Can we all say that? You know, can we just repeat that all together?
Yeah.
Le digo adiós
adiós
a todo lo malo.
a todo lo malo.
Great.
Le digo adiós a todo lo malo.
Adiós. A todo.
Y espero, okay, y espero por salud, trabajo y bendiciones en el año nuevo. And I'm hoping for health, work, and blessings in the new year. Y espero por salud, trabajo y bendiciones en el año nuevo. A todos ustedes, to all of you.
Y espero por salud.
Y espero por salud, trabajo y bendiciones en el año nuevo.
En el año nuevo.
I'm putting these in the chat, but I don't have all the correct markings, you know, grammatical marks. But if it helps, I'm trying to put these in the chat if you want to try to see them in writing. So go ahead, Julio.
Yes. And then we have the, you know, another one that is really the one that I like it. And it is about, this is the literal translation. And it's erase and new account. So we say, borrón y cuenta nueva. So we just, you know, delete or erase all the bad things that, you know, we face in the past. And we open a new account. So it's a new story. It's a new thing. Borrón y cuenta nueva. Yeah.
Borrón y cuenta nueva.
Yeah, it's my favorite one.
That sounds forceful too, you know,
Yes.
with some strength. Borrón.
Sí. And the last one is, los mejores deseos para ti y tu familia en el año nuevo. Los mejores deseos para ti y tu familia en el año nuevo. And that is exactly what I wish to each of you. Los mejores deseos para ti y tu familia en el año nuevo.
Which you said means best wishes for you and your family in the new year.
Sí.
Okay. Have you all had a chance to just jot down on a piece of paper your things? Okay, I'm going to pull up the video while you finish that up and share my screen. And let's see. Okay. Let's see. No, wait, I know I did this the other day and it was just fine. Let's see, here we go.
Yay, bravo.
Any comments? How did that feel?
It looked dangerous.
It was very cathartic for me. I loved it. I'm ready to blow up a lot of things from 2020.
Me too. COVID.
We have a party and have done it a couple times. We make like a big scarecrow and do it out in the yard, and all our friends from, that have gone to Nicaragua with us. It's very freeing. Everybody everybody that comes up pins little things on it, with what they want to boot out for the.
Question, have you been to Nicaragua when they've done that?
No, we've just seen the pictures.
Okay.
And they've talked about it. So when we came back one year, we did it. We were down there in November, so we decided we'd do it. It's fun.
Yeah, we had one this year. It was El Viejito.
A little one.
Oh.
Like the size of a tomato cage this year.
Oh.
But it's very freeing.
Yeah.
We don't have all the fireworks.
No.
We do have a blaze going right now, though. I don't know if you can see it flickering on us.
Oh, yeah.
Fires.
I was afraid to burn mine while I'm also trying to share my screen, so I just tore mine up in about a million little pieces. I'm going to burn it later.
We had a Russian exchange student once where they would do that same practice, but instead of with El Viejo or a piece of paper, you'd burn your piece of paper into your champagne on New Year's. And then you would drink, and it was like you'd write a wish for something you wanted, burn that, put it into your champagne and drink it so that what you wanted was a part of you. So it sort of reminds me of the same thing, just the opposite side.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well,
I want to know if Frances can hold her baby up to the screen.
yes. That'd be
That has nothing to do with the LVA.
You want to see the baby? Okay, I'll tell my husband to bring him over. And then
How old is he, Francis?
Also, it'd be great to see Darcy. She's around too.
she's not around. She's at her aunt's house.
Okay.
Yeah. They're gonna bring the baby over.
Okay.
Right. Hey, Julio, I know you're the lover of music, but I heard while El Viejo was going up in flames, a very familiar New Year's song, El Año Viejo.
Sí, correcto. Sí,
Was
sí.
that from your speaker?
No, it was my neighbor's speaker. And it's that song is particularly called Cinco Minutos para las 12. It's called 5 minutes until midnight. And, people play it all, right before 5 minutes before midnight. So it's a nice song.
Somebody else have
5 minutos para las 9, las 12.
No es el Año Viejo de Tony Camargo.
Hay dos. Hay una que se llama Cinco. ¿Escuchaste las dos?
Okay.
La de Tony Camargo, El Año Viejo, y también Cinco para las 12. Sí. Both, yeah, they were playing both. Yeah, Cinco para las 12 y El Año Viejo.
Does anybody want to practice saying, I'm saying goodbye to, and instead of all the bad things, fill in a word? Like, how do you say pandemic, Julio?
Pandemia. Pandemia.
So le dijo adiós a
A la pandemia. A la pandemia.
Sí. Anybody else want to ask a word and practice their sentence?
Yeah. Bueno, yo digo adiós a este virus COVID. Adiós COVID. Y estas cosas aquí, las máscaras, también. Adiós.
Amen. In English. Anyone else feel brave? Or just say it in English if you're not feeling like you can say it in Spanish. I'd just like to share some of the things that you're looking forward to not having, and some of the things, but what about some of the things you're looking forward to in the year?
Is anybody else having trouble hearing? I'm having trouble hearing Donna.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. Sometimes my computer.
Donna, did you mention wondering what are some of the things people want to welcome and say sort of hello to in the new year?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How about gathering with friends?
How about hugging my granddaughter?
Hola, vaccinaciones. I think that's the word.
Vacunas.
Vacunas?
Vacunas.
Yes. Hello, vaccines.
Yeah. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. So, Francis, are we still waiting for the baby, or do you have him?
I'll just change flip the camera. Oh.
Okay.
Right there.
Hey, here's Tiago.
Yep.
He's precious.
Thank
So
you.
cute. Look at those
Hi.
eyes.
He's like, who are all those people?
Would anybody mind if I take a screenshot of this? If you mind, would you wave? Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna do a screenshot.
No.
Leanne, do you want to introduce your little guy as well?
Sure. This is Malcolm. Él tiene 9 meses. He is 9 months old. We call him our pandemic baby because in Oklahoma we marked the pandemic by when the Thunder game got canceled, and he was born exactly a week later.
Yeah.
Francis, when was your baby born?
On August 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another
5
pandemic
months.
baby.
Yes, another pandemic. Scary situation, especially in Nicaragua, without knowing how many people had COVID and how many didn't.
Oh.
Yeah. Darcy was born in the hospital. I wanted him to be born in the hospital, but my gynecologist recommended having him at the clinic.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had to pay for a private room. Not to be with nobody else, just me, the person that was going to take care of me, and the baby. That was all.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, it sounds like that worked out well.
Yes.
How much does it cost?
Precautions that we have to take.
Yeah,
when I get home, I take my clothes off. I clean myself before grabbing him. Case.
Right.
Yeah.
Francis, Kathy was asking how much does it cost?
What?
Your hospital stay or your clinic?
Oh, the clinic, well, since I wanted a private room, I had to pay $50 per day. Yeah.
And does that cover everything, or do you also have to pay other costs like the
No,
doctor?
the clinic, well, since out of our salaries, they take away certain percent, 7%, and that covers everything we need.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Except the state.
Except the stain, because I would have, if I didn't want to pay, I could be in a room, but it had like 2 or 3 other women would be there with me.
You were smart.
But I just want to, yeah.
How are things with COVID down there? Are they staying about the same, getting better, or worse, or what's happening there right now?
We don't have news about how many cases we have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just friends and neighbors and family. Have you been staying healthy?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Well, I think for this last part before we wrap up, we just want to, we know how much these relationships mean to all of us, these connections and this partnership. And when we get together, many times people want to know what's the best way that we can support Just Hope right now in this time. So we wanted to make a little bit of time on these companion events to give you an update on what's the biggest need currently. And Leanne is going to share that information with us, but before she does, I just want to share some news we are so excited about. In December, we had a big push, a big drive for the backpacks for the elementary school children that you're probably aware of. And originally, Just Hope had hoped to make a commitment for 300 backpacks, but when the pandemic hit and the finances were tighter, that commitment was reduced to 150. So we were aiming for 150 backpacks by December 31st. And the good news is that we actually exceeded our original goal of 300 backpacks. So yay, thank you for your commitment and your support. It matters. And we will be supporting 300 students this year, just as our partners asked us to. And we have a little bit of money that will roll over into the 2021 year for backpacks. So yay, and thank you so much. And Leanne is going to talk a little bit about what we're focusing on now.
I will do my best and hope this fussy baby stays quiet. So I'm Leanne Probasco. I've been engaged with Just Hope off and on since about 2009, but I just joined the board and also agreed to be the lead fundraising team coordinator. So what that means is, I'll be the one who's at fault if you get a letter or a phone call begging you for info. But also we're really hoping to do some more kind of engaging forms of fundraising. And if you and your group or congregation or team want to do something exciting but don't have ideas, I'll do a telethon. We have some great templates for doing a walkathon and other kinds of exciting ways to do things. So I'd be the person to talk to, or I'm going to look at you and help you, support you with the team that we've got to kind of help do those kinds of exciting, more engaging things. But right now, I just wanted to say, as we're talking about what our hopes are for the year, I want you to consider, and I'm looking at these faces, and I know a lot of you already do this, but I want you to consider thinking about being a sustaining giver for Just Hope, right? If you give $50 or $100 once a year for backpacks or for some other project, I want you to think about what it would look like to give $5 a month, $10 a month, or more. Oh yeah, I will put my email address in the chat right now. Literally, it's that monthly budget stuff that keeps the lights on, right? In the office in my own, where like through civil unrest and now a pandemic, our staff still have a place to go and still show up in a socially distanced, responsible way. I don't know how y'all do it, but you do. Like at Acopades at the Peace House, their internet access is their connection to Just Hope now, because we don't see each other face to face. And it's those monthly donations that do that work. The thing I want to really emphasize about that monthly donation today, though, is there's also the cultural center and things like that, but I want to talk about the clinic. Can you all see that picture that I just showed?
Yep. Yes.
The clinic, and maybe either Francis or Julio can jump in if they have more details to add, but this is just one of those core programs that monthly kind of budget goes toward. If you think about Chacra Seca, it's a community with about 8,000 people in it. The Nicaraguan government pays for a doctor that could be there maybe 2 days a week. Imagine what you'd do if your doctor was only open 2 days a week and had 8,000 patients, right? And they don't give a whole lot. There's some money for medicine, but most of the medicines that this clinic gives out, most come from Just Hope funding, and they're fully staffed. They're staffed 5 days a week because of the supplemental work we're able to do as Just Hope to help those partners have that clinic and continue to provide organized medical files and keep track of people. And now in a pandemic, dealing with PPE and being that lifeline for the community. I don't know if there's anything specific either Julio or Francis would like to add about the clinic, but this is the kind of thing that a monthly gift would help us do. It would be a reliable, predictable income stream for these kinds of ongoing programs.
Yes, as Larry mentioned it, without the supplemental medicine that Just Hope provides on a monthly basis, you know, these funds really make a difference for the doctors to really take care of many of the 8,000 residents that comes, you know, looking for some medical care, and that is really critical. The government only provides something that they call the basic list of medicine, which is really ibuprofen and, you know, any other, you know, aspirin, things like that. But any kind of a special medication, I mean, it's not there. And that's where Just Hope, that's where Just Hope play a very important role, you know, by providing funds on a monthly basis that really help, you know, in a tremendous way. This has been expressed by both of the doctors, you know, Dr. Sampson, who is the dentist, who also gets some dental supplies whenever he requested. And he comes to me many times and say, Julio, I'm here. I don't have, you know, supplies. So what am I doing here? And just, I mean, it's hard, like not being able to just do a filling for a patient because I don't have the equipment, and I don't want to keep, you know, just pulling teeth when we know I can rescue those teeth and I can do something for their, you know, dental hygiene. And so, you know, this is another important piece where Dr. Sampson gets supplies. You know, he just make a request through me, and I pass it on this to the administration, Diana in this case. And then, you know, we issue a check so Dr. Sampson can go ahead and buy supplies. So this is something that is a tremendous help that both doctors are really, really, they both appreciate what Just Hope does. And because, you know, he says, you know, it really makes my job easier, you know, in order to really provide medical care for these patients in Chacra Seca.
Thank you, Julio. Yeah, so there's this commitment we have to regularly provide supplies for the clinic. And if we can be more proactive in helping our doctors be confident that that's sustaining, right, that that's going to keep coming, then they can make special asks for special things. But that thing, you hear that passion of like, I want to be a doctor who is able to fully serve my patients. And right now, sometimes I have to make choices that aren't the best choice because it's what we have, right? But they're still there and they're still showing up and they're still working so hard. So we can be better partners to them if we can have a more predictable income stream. So on a really practical level, how would you go about doing this? Okay, I had the JustHope website up, but now I'm gonna justhope.org, right? And there's a /donate. But if you just go to the donate part, you can do it right here on the web. There's a place where you scroll down and it says, I want to contribute this amount every month, right? You can do that online. And then there's lots of ways to set it up. Sorry, I just deleted it. And now I'm trying to get back to the Zoom call so I can stop sharing my screen. And
actually, Lee Aaron, don't close it.
Okay, you want to sit?
Can you just leave it up, and I'm going to ask you to show something in a minute when you're finished, when I have a wrap-up comment.
Absolutely. So what I just wanted to say about this is, like, if you're the kind of person like me, you want to set it and forget it, right? You can set it up so that PayPal or whatever takes it out every single month. You don't even have to think about it. If you're the kind of person that wants to decide exactly when the check gets sent, Phil can send you an email once a month as a quick, like, little reminder. And you can do things like that. But it's a way to think about, like, this year, I don't know that I'm giving that much more to JustHope than I did last year, but what I'm doing differently is I'm splitting it up over months, so that as the funding team chair, I now know what's coming in from month to month, and that's been really, really helpful for me. Any questions right now about fundraising in particular, or about the programs we just talked about?
Nope.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, and I, as we wrap up, I just want to say thank you to everyone who showed up tonight. We will be having some more companion events. I would like you to see that on the website where she's got it, it's under the Our Work tab when you go to the website. And then can you click on that? And then see down there, JustHope Companions. And this is our page that gives you a little bit more information about what JustHope Companions are. This is something that is new in lieu of not being able to travel down there. We're hoping to offer at least some quarterly events to connect, even if it's virtually, we need to connect. So we're really grateful that you were interested tonight. Tell some more people about it. And my understanding, you can stop sharing now.
Okay,
thank you. I just wanted people to kind of have a quick visual. Kevin Howe is, I guess, are you the board president right now, the board chair? I don't know what your official title is.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. I serve as the president of the board currently. And I just want to take a time to say, if any of you have questions, comments, concerns, please pick up the phone. I will leave my cell phone number in the chat box. And I really appreciate Donna and Laura and you all on the companions, Julie. Thank you for giving us a forum and a place for connection. And Lee Aaron, thank you for your willingness to help us keep things moving forward in a sustainable way. And thank you all for doing your part as partners. I see us all as in this in an equal way. So I appreciate that you all take initiative and practice solidarity with our sisters and brothers in Nicaragua and with your sisters and brothers here stateside too. So thank you.
Yeah. And I would just add to that, the board is going to have a retreat at the end of January. They're going to be visioning and planning for the year. And we will be working closely with what is discerned on the 30th. And we will be offering events that are in line with that vision. And so I can't tell you right now exactly what our next event is, but it'll be in the second quarter sometime, and we will try to get the word out. And you can always, it'll be posted on that companion page and on the Facebook page. So check in and see what's going on with us from time to time, and we will be working hard on our end to keep this moving forward and to keep us connected to each other, because we really do care for one another. It's pretty obvious. So thank you so much for your time tonight. And I've enjoyed seeing some new faces and some old familiar faces. It's lovely to see you, Julio, in person. Sometimes we don't get to see your handsome face. And Francis, it was just so great to see you and to see your new little one. So blessings on everyone as you go into the rest of your evening, and stay tuned. We have more to come.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we might have some music too.
Yay!
And
All right.
And I want to say goodbye to I want to say goodbye to the pandemic, goodbye to the mask, and I want to say hello and welcome, the vaccine. And I want to see and hugs all of my brothers and sisters in the United States for more trips to come from JustHope. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye, Gabriela, Miguel, Adrian. Adios, Kathy, Julie.
Adios.
Miriam. Adios, Kevin. Lara.
Adios.
Phillips. Bye, everyone. Karen. Adios. See you next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
Night.